Hi, hi. It is time for a Saturday stream. That is kinda wild. I guess I used to stream Saturdays anyways, but yeah, no roleplay. Instead, Arknight Zoo. And yeah, we kind of finished off with finding researcher lady. Yeah, and going like, well, everybody's left. There's nothing really to go on here. Time to find the miners. And we split up. Yippee! So what could go wrong? Everyone knows that happiness is neither lasting nor eternal. So what? Army frontline commanders greatly increased HP, so we finally see the commanders every other enemy type has been referencing. Interesting. This is also a very open map. Not gonna lie. Emulator? Thank you. At least eat something, Holly. Look, white bread. I don't see it much outside the cities. Man, Earth is not doing good if they go like, man, have you seen this white bread? Partner of Tantra Ursus 3 days ago. They started singing. Nectar, aren't you at last? Come on, Nectar. Oddball, city dweller, professor, and cynic. Let's dance. Is this the right kind of music? Now it's not the time for dancing. The bonfire is going to draw attention in this darkness. Yeah, you need to have some enjoyment in your life, though, my man. But you found a tractor and a bunch of supplies. Not much, but enough to get us further away from the plaza place. Isn't that worth celebrating? Unshipped out of the mines beat the patrol units, and now we have a tractor and supplies. It's beyond my wildest dreams. Where Witochki and Wenkin. I feel like is Witochki already an operator? If not, she will become an operator right with that design. You're always looking for them. It's not like you're bound to each other. It's okay to give them a little breathing, you know? I do happen to know where Wenkin is, though. Beside that bonfire that you don't like. Want to join us? Last question. Who is playing the accordion? We'll find out if you come with. Nectar takes the gloveless hand offered to him. Almost rough but warm, different from any other in those memories that he has intentionally forgotten. Walk in the direction of the bonfire and music. I said he was here. Yes, he is here. Many times Nectar saw him clench his hands into fists or swing a weapon. Nectar could not imagine how those hands, knotted with scars and thick with vines, could operate something as delicate as an accordion. You know, even the bitterest man can still have some whimsy in his life. He plays the accordion? Yeah, what about it? By the fireside, Rankin's calloused fingers sleep across the keyboard. He gently pulls and presses the bellows. Music fills the air. See? I told you. Come, don't just stand there. It's not like you get to relax every day. You should celebrate your victories. Come on, man. She catches him like a hunter catches prey. As he is poured into the crowd, his feet instinctively begin to step in rhythm. And that is when catastrophe strikes or something. Nectar was once an excellent dance partner. He tried to stop thinking about once when he came to the mining district. Oh. He has a sad backstory, doesn't he? Get it frown off your brow and everything off your mind. Just dance. Let your body move and rid yourself of all your troubles. The crowd moves and sings to the beat, responding to the rhythm with every joint in their bodies. It's the simplest, most primitive form of dance. Nectar exhales and begins to move, bending his knees, kicking and spinning. Every movement animated and rhythmic. I knew it! You can dance. See, I figured no one could deny the energy here. Nectar does not answer, continuing to kick and turn mechanically, unemotionally. Step forward and step back. Jump and turn until the next downbeat. He takes the hands of his dance partner and begins to lead the dance. Wow! You need to thank me. No humility in you, is there? But it's clear that you're really good at dancing, even to the untrained eye. The speed and this magic under your feet. It's almost like flying. This is where his backstory is that he actually wanted to dance ballet or something in the big city. What do they call it? Enchantment? call it the pathetic instincts of an ornament. Aw, this man really just needs a hug. What do you mean? There's no explanation. Stepping energetically in time, Nikto pulls his partner towards him and pushes her in the opposite direction. Nothing. She runs into a young man without a partner, but eager to try. And so Nikto lets go and turns her over to her new partner. By the time the dance has ended, Nikto is standing very near Rankin. Take one step back, and he'll be sitting by Rankin's side. But Nikto does not do so. Before he opens his mouth, he reminds himself, do not press. Ask Rankin about the truth calmly, gently. Do not cause a commotion. Do not interrupt this rare moment of joy. I didn't know you played the accordion. I didn't know you danced. You know, he has a point. I guess we're not close enough to share everything. But there's something you must tell me if you really consider me a friend. You went to see Harley. Is he still not eating? What did you expect? We need to talk, Rankin. Rankin sighs, brings the melody to a close, and hands the accordion to a nearby miner. Nikto recognizes the face of Pavel, Bocina's brother. Is Bocina still running a fever? He does not know. He's probably dead or something. Pavel takes the accordion and begins to sing an unfamiliar song. Lively, sobbing, yet sad. Sweet, soft, fragile flower, lean against the oak tree. Hang not your head, nor sway with the wind. Let's talk over there. Rankin gets up and leaves the crowd and commotion behind. It is kinda nice to see them all happy though. You didn't need to do that. You could have done it yourself, like you usually did. I would have praised you for your kindness if you had sent Harley away on some sort of pretext when you did the deed. But why did you make Harley do it? Well, I guess it is a good question. It does feel very fucked up to just tell a man to kill his son. Rankin the noble. Rankin the hero. Is it not enough that you've triumphed over the foe? You need to torture your own comrades like that. Does it make you happy? Make your victory more glorious? Why did you... I guess this way he is absolved of sin, right? He did not need to cast a judgment in a sense. 'Cause I was angry. Yes, I won't make excuses, pretend that I expected Harley to let his son go. This was what I wanted. I'm happy about it. Should I be calm? Should I be merciful? And his pain, like you said? Why should I? Do you think the people who are loaded into their containers did not beg for mercy? Beg for someone to end the pain? Okay, but have you considered to actually take the moral high ground and be better than the Ursus guards? You accuse me of being unkind. Would accuse those beasts on their behalf. You do not understand them. They look human and they speak the language of humans. Their deeds are more monstrous than any monster. How could they prey upon their own kind like that? So calmly, so coldly. The difference frightens me. So we never shared the same human dignity with them. If they're not the monsters, it must be me who is the monster. Just because I treat you like a monster, you should not conclude I will act like a monster. I have a feeling that this whole story won't end well for Mr. Rankin. Rankin's words are clear, his tone impassive. As he gazes into the black night, Nikto wants to turn Rankin's head around and make him say it to Nikto's own face. But he does nothing. Silence. But you were right. I didn't need to do that, but I wanted to. It filled my body with all those happy chemicals. It's pointless. You're torturing yourself, Rankin. You shouldn't pretend to be as strong as you think you are, and you shouldn't demand that others be as strong. It's not my place to accuse you. You carry the responsibility of everyone on your shoulders. You must become the hero. It is a remarkable thing. No pressure though, but you can't pretend that the fear and hesitation in your heart doesn't exist. You're trying to hide from yourself. The result is what happened today. You lost control. It's dangerous. You don't know what you might do the next time emotions get the better of you. Thank you for the warning. I remember it. Let's get at others and put the bonfire out. It's time to go. How far until the next village? Only like 1,000 kilometers. Let's wait a while longer. They're happy. They've been happy for a long time. Oh, the vehicle. They're one step closer to the Casimirstan border. Let them enjoy themselves a little longer and warm themselves up a bit. You enjoyed yourself when you danced just now, didn't you? What about Harley? Do you still care about how he's feeling? He won't eat anything. He's not responding to people talking to him, man. I guess kinda understandable. That man will be traumatized for the rest of his life for sure. He'll come around. You can keep thinking that way. It makes you feel better. Ranking turns around, takes a few steps towards the campfire before stopping in his tracks. Turns back around and walks in the other direction, until he leaves behind the friend with whom he has developed differences, the comrades still enjoying themselves. He keeps walking, until the scene of unfading crimson once again fills his thoughts. What do I do, Venken? I think my skull's crushed. There's blood everywhere. Help me, Venken. I don't want to die. Venken! I mean, I guess it is a mercy if this... Sorry. Oh, not old Quemper. Oh. Accept it. Accept pain as you accept mortal pleasures. Accept death as you accept the life that Ursus grants. Therein lies salvation. Yes, I accept. I'm starting to think the man is not doing well. Who are you? Who the hell are you? Our souls could have been saved. Isn't how it should have been. It was you, Abomination, that set us adrift, never to find salvation. It's your fault. Your fault that we have nowhere to go. Oh, actually, do we... I do wonder how they actually killed the royal guards, though, man. Abandon all hope. All of you. Never had anywhere to go. Maybe everyone here needs a hug. Nadia, why are you here? Is Satoshki not with you? I came to find you, Venken. Why, is there something I can help with? No, I would like to help you. Oh, he kind of sounded disappointed there. You killed that thing. It became your revelation. Carry the burden of all. I understand your pain. It is painful to carry the burden of the life and death of others. To carry the burden of duty. How could it not be? Maybe wears the crown or something. I witnessed how your soul became torn and tattered. I do not have the cure. I could not compliment your courage, for it was the source of your pain. Thank you for your understanding. But there's no need to pity me. I chose this duty for myself. Besides, no, I never believed in revelations. I've always done what I thought was right. Yes, you chose it yourself. Poor boy. No one can save you. Accept yourself. I mean, that is life. You can only send you my sincere blessings. That one day, you will find salvation from pain and a peace that you desired. Why is this old woman so sus? She should really maybe get a slightly different outfit that is less ominous. The old woman puts a withered hand on Rankin's chest, and he feels his chest filled with warmth. She goes. Rankin touches his chest. Was he too tired or hallucinating? He does not feel his heartbeat. Oh, she stole his heart. Since you ask, let's start with the crackdown in the mining district. It began with people who had too much time on their hands, who discovered a new substance deep within an exhausted mineshaft. In an exhausted one. I figured that the substance would just be a side effect from the whole priestess thing fucking with Originum and going to the next stage or something, but maybe it was something else. Of course, we began to study it. The infected are one thing, but why can't we leave the mining district either? There's nothing coming out of the mines. The miners are being shut inside their quarters, unable to go to work. Who knows if the Originum veins inside have really dried up? Let's sit and wait. The Grand Duchess won't abandon us. What? Wait? What's the point of waiting? They're not issuing our salaries, just supplies. Well, just let us leave then. Not everyone's so carefree like you. I've got a mother to provide for. We've got news! The mines haven't been exhausted. Yippee. What? Really? Guess what we found at the bottom of the mine? Mystery liquid. Richard's grown back? No. You don't have any imagination. Imagination leads to futile hope, which leads to death. I don't want to die yet. So, what exactly did you find? Geologists from Vesk say that it's a geological fault, not exhaustion. Faults cause shifts in rock formation, resulting in Originum ore seemingly disappearing, when in fact it's been transformed. Can you explain it in a way that a non-geologist could understand? Man didn't study the rock. Meaning that Originum ore is gone, but something new has appeared. Originum 2, Electric Boogaloo. Look at this! Fresh out of the hole. I'm taking it to a lab for analysis. Here's your chance to help. Excited researcher takes out a flask of black liquid, the surface of which is smooth as a mirror, and shakes it gently. Are you sure? I'm no geologist, but I don't think faults turn rock from solid to liquid. Are you sure they didn't make it up just so that we'll have something to do? I went down myself, alright? The stuff's everywhere. It's like an underground river. Minus that the original ore was gone, so I've been transformed into this stuff. To be fair, you will need a very different operation if you want to mine this liquid instead of rock, no? You have a chance to be co-author on my paper. You should be more grateful. Fine, I'll come. Like I don't know, you just wanted to use my lab. What about you? Yours is the tidiest. Indeed, how could a fault turn originum ore from solid to liquid? But there was no need for us to doubt the truth, it was plain as day. After swift analysis and comparing the results, we confirmed it was a substance the likes of which we've never seen before, and we named it ochre. Actually, is there any meaning to the word ochre? Is ochre a thing? Oh, I guess maybe in Russian, ochre, Russian. Oh, the ochre is a river in central Russia. That might be where the name comes from, huh? Maybe? I assume so. It's a river. Fair. Then the Grand Duchess orders came. Also, hey, Fetiun. Go straight into human testing? Who ordered it? The Director? No, not even under the Director's orders. We don't understand its nature. We haven't even begun animal testing or energy testing. You're being too hasty. I'm going to find him. But what if we just bath in the mystery liquid? There's no point talking to the Director. Volunteer quota's already been filled, and Lakota's moving forward with the tests. Besides, this comes directly from the Grand Duchess. She wants results in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? That's not even enough to find out its half-life. I don't like this. If you don't like it, you can leave the Oka research. I was in charge of extracting the active component of Oka. I worked with Lakota to develop the animal testing reagent. Of course I want to continue, but what if we have actually some ethics? I just don't think this is right, to go straight to human testing with zero idea about what might happen. Why were they in such a rush? The sooner we get results, the sooner the Grand Duchess lets me go home. That's my only concern right now. Okay, I guess I get why the researchers were like, hell yeah, let's speed it up. But why is the Grand Duchess in such a rush to get the results? Like I told you, not everyone is as carefree as you are. But... The human experiments began regardless. I was excluded and then out of access to experiment data. I mean, I get it, but I feel like they could have at least given her the data still. She still worked on Oka, right? I wanted to figure out the nature of Oka and why it appeared in the mines, so... The experiments on Lab Must Beast showed no progress. At my wit's end, I even thought about experimenting on myself. I mean, also not great, but I guess slightly more ethical. I never did, of course, because I learned that those so-called volunteers were not volunteers after all. Man, what a shock. You need to get out of here, Xenia. Serafina, how did you get in here? I thought there were guards at the door. Are there new volunteers on the miners? Listen to me, Xenia. Those miners never volunteered. Even the patients who were in our medical post were forcibly conscripted. Your colleague was such a smooth liar. I didn't detect she was lying at first, man, when she said they volunteered. What? All those volunteers who participated in the experiments never volunteered. They never came back. Whatever's happening here goes against all scientific ethics. But imagine the profits for our country. Remember Vitochki? The belt holler. The one who stammers a little? Good girl. She remembers everyone in the mining district. When she told Venkin, the foreman, as soon as he noticed that people had gone missing. First, the infected miners. Then, the non-infected families. Man, that is extra fucked up. Venkin went missing for a while too. We are appearing with the bodies of a few miners who had gone missing. I guess this is when he slayed whatever the mutation was, or... Kusuta Batyoska. So when Lakota said that experiments were paused because of equipment theft, we were just waiting off a shipment of slaves, yeah. I don't know the details about your situation, but the miners have left their quarters and are coming to the lab. They want an explanation. It's time for a riot. The miners are mostly infected. They have the strength of numbers. The guards can stop them if they're determined to force the issue. There will be blood. But I've never heard about any volunteers showing rejection symptoms, much less death. We even kinda fucked with the statistics. Are you sure? No, I am not. They have the experiment data. No, I've been looking for the director all day to request access, but I haven't been able to find him. I don't know what you're researching here. Ultimately, the worst that can happen to the infected is to be incinerated. If this place still retains the function of a hospital, as His Imperial Majesty hoped, we can check the incinerator or morgue. After that, you can come to the medical team's camp if you want to come with me. I guess she went to the morgue, saw all the bodies and lost it. I didn't accept Seraphina's invitation, but she was right. Clothing without owners was stacked haphazardly in the basement. Incinerator was still running. The last person keeping watch over the place had left, leaving behind bodies that had not yet disintegrated scattered like the cloths man. The volunteers who participated in the experiment died en masse in the span of just 2 weeks. The impact of ochre on the human body was beyond doubt. Is it like super distilled new original or something like that? Central Fund of Mining District Laboratory. As was the case of the human experiments, it was excluded from the evacuation. Okay. Man. I feel bad for her. You know, she feels like the only one with actually conscience, and then she gets like probably the worst lot out of all of them. The lab was empty by the time I went to the basement. Learned the truth and put all the still intact bodies in cold storage. Russian ochre of Proto-Indo-European origin, meaning water. Huh. Interesting. Thanks. I was empty by the time I went to the basement. Learned the truth and put all the still intact bodies in cold storage. So that is why we did, I guess, find them, right? In fact, I can only guess that there was an evacuation. I don't know where they went. The director, Lakota, or anyone else. Thinking back on it, was just like Chernobog, except this time I was the one in the lab. You were too young at the time, when we were on the project as a student intern. You were not on the list of core staff. How did you know? I have all the memories of Calcite, don't worry. Were you... I understand. We found Dominion pollution in the mining district. The Royal Guard was here. Not anymore. Yeah, I thought they died. Before you passed out, you said that ochre could kill a Royal Guard. Which one is true? Or are they both true? Shit. I don't think there's anything to talk about. How does an ordinary person who was born and raised in Ursus describe the sudden collapse of the violence that had dominated her life for so long? The Royal Guards are the stuff of nightmares to the children of Ursus. They watch your every word and action, so you are cautious and careful, so you are well behaved and obedient. They are just a boogeyman. They are invincible, undefeatable. You suddenly witness the death of one. It only means that something even more terrible has appeared. Yippee horrors beyond human comprehension. ×2, I guess. I mean, even the Royal Guard is kind of incomprehensible with their fog and everything. The miners touched by ochre killed the Royal Guard. No, I don't know anything about it. Forget I ever said anything. Why is he so evasive about this? I didn't see anything, and you didn't hear anything. Just leave. I showed you everything you wanted to know. Everything that I can tell you. Even if it all disasters actually deaths of the infected, it would be an unimaginable disaster if it got out. Leave aside the question of who killed the Royal Guard, or even if anyone killed him at all. Don't know if the fleeing infected miner came into contact with the substance. If they did, and it's contagious, you would not have allowed the researchers to leave. changes brought about by Oka are not necessarily contagious. At least, based on the experiment data that I managed to find, I haven't begun comparative observation yet. You still have a sample of Oka. Time for a spicy twink. No. What would you intend to do with it? It's not about what we intend to do. It's about what we can do. We have to get our hands on a sample to find out. But all the samples are... You're going into the mines? Now? Seems to be the only option. When you want to find out what Oka really is. Yeah, come on, you're a scientist. You should be curious. We're gonna also take her with us, right? We're gonna kidnap her into Woods Island. Final Ecstasy. It's almost like Final Fantasy or something.
빛이 부족하다고? 괜찮아. 내 머리 위 형광등이 나아갈 길을 비춰줄 거니까.
I mean,
뭐 안 사라진다면 말이지만.
it's pretty open, but as long as we just take control of basically this part, we should be fine. And I guess this, okay. She will be probably doing alright.
검을 뽑는 이유는 발도에 있어. 부숴야 할 땐 부숴야 하느니.
It is kinda neat in a sense to have some extra units. No, they're all blockers to me. How do I best do this? Honestly, when in doubt, we freeze. I just wish sometimes they would be a bit faster. We should see actual commanders. Maybe. How do we do this? I guess you can be healing here, kinda. And we need an actual blocker. Also, I see that just until we in the shadows will be a thing in this, won't it? Fuck you guys. Get back in it. Why? Oh, I wanted to ask why I take damage that are we still going. I'm so smart. Man. I miss our friendly shield guards. Was good time in Chernobog. Do I even need Chen? I feel like the moment I undeploy her, something will spawn there. Are you a Apoya Shadow? I mean, if that's the case... Actually, we can get rid of you. You've done your job, it's time for vacation. I guess that... You know, when you don't want to think, excuse me, you actually killed Exu. Okay, that is the last man. Fair enough. Alright. I'm sure they taught you how to play some Go.
Mission accomplished.
그때랑 똑같다고? 아니, 이번엔 박사의 명령에 따라서 한 행동이야. 후회 같은 건 없어.
Oh, no after story again. I guess that what I do like about how the side story is always structured is you kinda really know how much story is in the note. Yeah, I'm sometimes very unsure. Bonfire, house, and answer, or perhaps the love that can be felt. Oh, original slugs have greatly increased barriers. Oh, new slugs? New original slugs. Yippee! It has been a while that I've seen those. Nowhere to find. I guess I kinda do like doing the thing where you have like 2 combats in a row.
어떤 변명도 받지 않겠어.
Oh, look. I guess they are kinda slugs.
전황은 명확하다. 우연히도 생각 내 놈들은 잘못된 길을 의심치도 않았구나.
Okay, go my glorious minus.
아마 실력발휘 해볼까?
Where I feel like this might be kinda waste, but
만일을 위해서 한 번 더
that should fix like all our problems.
결단을 내 놈들은 잘못된 길을 의심치도 않았구나.
I guess I can kinda actually hold like here.
형태 변경 중.
I don't assume they would actually send enemies down this wall, right? Or maybe they will.
결단을 내려 얼음과 눈이 녹아 사라져.
Actually, I changed my mind because I'm so good at video games.
경건하게 기도하십시오. 실력발휘 해볼까?
가장 위험한 전장은 어디지? 내가 사수하겠다.
Oh no, yeah, there's stuff going down.
정부를 더럽힌 것.
That is okay. I should have put it there instead then.
조금은 기계가 있는 모양이고. 뭐 그래봐야 거기까지지만.
눈 크게 뜨고 있으려는 노력을 해볼게.
I guess we can at least theory defend here.
수중 장치를 달아볼까?
접속 발동.
눈이 모든 것을 묻어버리기를 기다리도록 하지.
And now I feel like I don't have to play the video game enemies.
해볼까? 저격 위치 기능 수신 확인.
I wonder how hard actually stages are with modifiers and everything. I've kinda did here that this, like, I guess you would on hard really want medics to keep your miners alive and stuff like that, right? Which is a gimmick I'm totally ignoring. I guess we don't need you either.
진심으로 해. 애처롭군.
내 놈들 정부를
Something.
정부를 더럽힌 것을 후회하게.
I'm good at video games. Because I pulled one limited unit.
생사입력에서 패배를 인정하며 아직 꼴사납지는 않겠지.
To be fair, it is nice to just speed up the stages. I had this black screen so long. Is the emulator just dying? I can't wait for the PC port. Central Far North Mining District. Anyone around? Anyone still alive? Do you need a break? Huh? Oh, no. I just... if you have reservations... I choose to be your guide. Besides, I want to know the truth about Oka too. Worst case scenario, I guess they exile me. Path ahead seems to be safe, Doctor. I do not detect any life forms. Huh? Xenia glances at the monster, then quickly and awkwardly looks away. And it's almost like Calcite is still with us. You notice the researcher has been following Monster quietly, looking at her from time to time. Even monsters notice it now. You keep glancing at me, Xenia. Do I look weird? What? No. It's just seeing you brings back memories. What memories? See, the problem is that I don't remember them clearly. It's so distant that it becomes faded and indistinct. Like ink on a piece of paper that's been submerged in water. But may I ask you a couple of questions? Of course. I can answer them. You said your name is Monster? Yes, that's what they call me. Monster. I mean, I guess everybody would just say Monster, right? Somehow this scene would be sillier when she goes like, Monthweeter? Monthweeter? Nah. Such a common name, everybody would use that. She chose on the unfamiliar name. Monster, do you feel cold? Huh? But what I mean is, you're quite politely dressed. She likes it this way. I can give you my jacket if you need it. It will at least keep the wind off you before we enter the mines. I guess it might be a little too old. I get it. There's no need. I'm actually walking. It took me a little while to process this because you're the first one to ask me this question. But no, I'm really not cold. Not as Xenia. Alright. Perhaps your constitution is strong. The cold doesn't bother you. Yes, I'm strong. Oh, happy monster. It's alright, Xenia. You can trust us. We'll be working together for a while. Feel free to ask any questions. Right. You said you were colleagues of Director Calcite. Is the Director Calcite well? Funny that you ask. So there's a reason why we're looking for a sarcophagus. Were you close with her? I wouldn't say that. Was Professor Ilias' assistant. I didn't have much interaction with Director Calcite personally. I remember a few. Xenia. Yes, Professor. Why is an experiment data from this morning on my desk? I'm sorry. I'll go get it right now. How many times do I have to tell you? You need to be able to keep up with the pacing if you want to be part of the project. If all I wanted was someone to copy instrument readings onto paper, my 3-year-old daughter could do it, man. That's a bit rough and rude. And what are these scribbles? Energy conversion equations? Do your job first, Xenia, before you try anything new. But let her wander her mind. Find the research she actually wants to do. What is this? Director Calcite. It's nothing. Nothing to waste your time on. It's the most brilliant thing I've ever seen. Xenia's still young. It will take time for her to get used to working on an active project. I'll take responsibility for any mistakes. Did you come up with this equation yourself? Yes. You are promoted. The theoretical model is quite creative, and the simulation model is sound. The equation would form the basis of highly efficient power supplies, if it can be successfully established. Kinetic energy loss has not been taken into account, however, or we have not our unlimited free energy. SMH. More validation of the data is necessary. Not grief. I'm sorry, Director Calcite. There's no need to apologize. You take initiative. You want to be part of what's going on. You can listen in on the next report session if you want. Really? Don't be so hard on her, Elia. One should encourage the enthusiasm of youth appropriately. You made worse mistakes when you were her age. Oof. You're right. I understand. The feeling when your boss's boss chews out your boss. Thank you. It's true that Director Calcite inspired me at one point. Like many who were there, I had hoped that research into the sarcophagus would yield a new form of clean energy that could benefit everyone. And then we made war crimes. That way, miners would be liberated from the dangers of the mines. The lives of the infected will no longer be needed to fuel this monstrosity by the name of Ursus. You are one of the good scientists with a conscience. That is neat. I was young, naive. It never occurred to me that a country's character, like the character of a person, is not so easily shaken or changed. Regardless, I was very happy I got to hear Director Calcite's name after the accident. I thought maybe I would have a chance to see her again? Well, about that. We might have still a picture around. Sorry, forget I ever said anything. I assume it's something you may not answer. Just thought, you look like you might know the director. Perhaps you knew her. Knew where she went, and if she's doing well. I mean, I don't want to brag, but I would say I'm pretty high up in Waltz Island, okay? But I suppose it was never my place to know. Xenia? Yes? You'll see Calcite again, I promise. Oh, so you mean she is still? I'm delighted to hear that. We'll see Calcite again, won't we, Doctor? I'm... start sweating. Yes. You know, she's still young, has dreams. I mean, okay, I have seen what is releasing on the Chinese servers. We will get her. I look forward to it. Should I get a chance, I would like to go to this Waltz Island the Director Calcite founded, to which Seraphina is mentioned. One moment. Something's not right. Didn't see anyone on the way, did we? No miners. And even though they're very near the mine shafts, we haven't seen a single guard, a single patrol unit. There was a little bit of fighting. The Grand Duchess put the entire mining district on lockdown. I know about the lockdown, but the transfer... No, I know it's completely different. I thought the only problem was the failure of the Oka experiments. Never heard anything about the mining district being cleaned up. It's definitely strange. I guess, you know, really don't want any information to come out. We've hardly encountered any resistance ever since we entered the district, and they are even sparser than inside the Presque. Missing miners, where did they go? One of Tanfa. Banking puts the finishing touches by carving on the door of the carriage and forces away the rock. Now it has like a sick skull on it or something like that. Know how to thwart is simple now. I help next time. Sure, you can do it next time. I'm done over here. We got the stuff out of the other containers. Pavel's side is done. The last two containers didn't have much in the way of useful supplies. Should remove the mechanical components and take them with us. Is that used to work in the machine factories in the city? Yes. Take a few parts that can be used in other machines. Maybe you can sell them for money. I mean, this should fetch a good price, assuming anyone would buy them. You just don't say where you got them from. You must also take the injured into account. Ghostbuster Serafina. We have too many injured. It's not realistic to immediately continue the journey on foot. We need rest. Mencken, we took inventory and we should have enough food to last 2 or 3 days if we ration it. It should last us until the next village. Yippee! Thought there would be more. I suppose we should be glad to have what we have. Otochki found some nuts stockpiled by moss beasts. We'll sate the hunger for a while, and doesn't spoil easily. Yippee! Right now, we need medical supplies more than we need food. And that's what Wood Islands is here for or something. Where do we find it? Only way is nomadic cities, or mobile medical posts if we can contact one. Mencken looks towards Radian. Can attempt to contact a nearby mobile medical post. Thank you, Ghostbuster Serafina. Don't thank me so soon. I have a condition. We appreciate what you and your team have done for us, but our current circumstances. Well, see, you are at your lowest, and this is where we can extort everything from you. Okay, it's not like we would do that. Injured must stay put while I attempt to contact the mobile medical posts. It's my judgment as a medical professional that they need rest. A kind of rest that isn't bumpy. Who are you taking? Lydia, Pavel, and a few sweet talkers who could coax coins out of the supervisors. It's time for the charisma party. You didn't like those slick talkers from the ore washing plant. Has nothing to do with my preferences. We need whatever is best for the job. Why not me? Because I might argue with you? I mean, you're arguing with him right now. You're seeking help from a nearby village. Not soliciting donations from a noble banquet in Gutherburg. Baron? Your way won't work with farmers who can't even write their own names. Call me that again. I'll break your nose. You'll break your knuckles on it. Man. It will end up with somehow Nikto killing Mencken or something like that, won't it? You don't think seeking help from the village is a good idea? Right. Until Ghostbuster Serafina makes contact with a mobile medical post. However, we can't sit around doing nothing. We're not injured. We sat around doing nothing. We sang and danced. You played the accordion. All past tense. Our supplies will run out soon. I must do what I can before that happens. To be fair, he has a point here. They cannot just linger around. While we're gone, I need you to stay here and take care of those staying behind. I guess you could buy hunting and stuff like that a little bit, but yeah, I guess it's still kinda hard in the hunt for her. I doubt the villagers would be charitable this time. Of course. Few people are glad to open the doors and see the infected standing in it. We've already learned that. But this is where we extort them. How long has Mencken been in there? Should we check it out? Calm down, Mencken told us to wait. But last time... Come out, Otochki. I know you are following us. Mencken must have known too. Just chose not to say anything. Why didn't you stay behind with Nikto and others? You need to take care of your babushka, don't you? Yeah, but imagine having a cute child with you might actually make the villagers sympathize. Babushka said it's alright. I wanted to help, so I came. I can help? Did Nikto know that you came with us? He might have thought that you went missing. I left a note. That works. You know, I thought you could be useful with us, but Mencken wouldn't have it. Where has Uchitel gone? He's going to negotiate with them. See if we can get some food. What do we have to trade? I guess we have some mechanical parts, right? Yeah. Parts from the vehicles. But he went over empty-handed. Maybe he wanted to show that he means no harm. People might get the wrong idea if he was holding a weapon or a chunk of metal. But he didn't take anything the last time either. And those people stalled for time while they seeked someone out to call for the patrol units. I guess that's why you are out here, right, or something? I have to help him. Pavel? Shirt, wait up! Stop it! Rankin is inside! Yeah, and he probably says having a nice talk. Mina covers her colleague's mouth with her hand and pulls him to one side. You can hear the indistinct sound of talking coming from inside the house. Understood. Sound of metal grinding. You know what? It just went to a blacksmith or something, yeah. We've informed. Oof. Something doesn't sound right. Thomas, you won't just kick down the door and I let go. As soon as he can breathe again, the miner points towards the back door of the house. There, clear as day on the snow, is a row of footprints leading away from the house. Like, did they already take Rankin away? Governor. One of you go knock on the door, act anxious, and spin a story when they answer the door. Why don't you go? You've got Rankin. Whoever knocks on the door is next, isn't it? No. I'll go. No, Witochki. Don't touch my child. Governor means shit. Nice. Last time I went through this chapter and they do use a lot of swear words, so I'm gonna lie. But hey, I guess that makes sense. No, Witochki. Witochki taps lightly on the door with her knuckles. The sound from inside ceases. Who's there? Keep knocking. Back so soon. Oh, it's just a harmless old man. Oh. Ah! What's going on? Sir! Are you alright, Rankin? Lydia? I thought I told you to wait outside. Well, I guess the time for talks is over now. Witochki? What are you doing here? So, you're all miners who came out under orders to find supplies. As a Russian myself, it's kinda cool to see this. Oh yeah, I get it then. It is very nice that they do actually use the language and the culture of the different settings really well. Yes, sir. Must apologize for what that fool did. He spent so much time underground that he's forgotten how to tell a good person from a bad one. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We had a bad experience when we tried to seek help from another village. And I thought this would be the same. Pavel. You're honest about things. I have a fair idea how people from other villages treat infected. Most of Ursus is like that. But you know those infected that don't care about authority and just want to cause trouble. You're miners, right? Yes, we are honest working people or something. Yes, you know, of course that we can't leave the mining district without permission from up high. Hey, Nasumike, how you doing? This is our foreman right here. We told him not to go back until he's found supplies. Would the bosses leave you to starve if you don't find it? Yeah. Yes, it's not so bad for adults like us. But kids like Witochki over here, how are they supposed to grow without eating? See, that is why we pick their child. It's for sympathy. Witochki, this girl, she's a miner too? She's even a miner. How old are you? I'm... Let me guess. 10? 15? Okay, she does not look like 15. I see, that is why she needs more to eat. 15. You're shy, like my daughter. She might have a child your age now, if she's still alive. She went to the mines after she got the stone disease. Not around these parts, to the east, the northern tundra. It's further away anyhow. Man, I have bad news for you, my man. The mines are good. Don't worry, Lidushka. Lidushka, Grandpa, huh? I don't even know how and when she got sick. She wouldn't say. I haven't heard from her for a long time. Let's not talk about that. Sounds like you have people running your mining district. Some places don't care about their miners at all, give them nothing to eat. They don't give them any other way out either. See, you are at least allowed to beg. Yes, the miners got so desperate they ran away. They'd rather risk the patrol units. So, yeah, who would do that? Can you help us? My wife went out to discuss things with the others before you came in. So those footprints there. You have the parts, Lydia. Right here. Lincoln takes the glove package and gives it to old man. Yeah, you should be able to replace the aging parts in your harvester with it. Let's go, we are tuning our trucks. In exchange for the food you shared with us. Sure. Honestly, I don't know anything about harvesters other than that it's been broken for a while. Do you mind having me fit a part on if you want to help? I'll take a look. I used to work in a machine factory. That's great. Yippee! See, good outcome. People can be nice. This would not go horribly wrong with a patrol unit showing up or anything like that. You really managed to get food. A fair bit of it, too. Gennady says it was a good year for crops, but his harvest was broken. He managed to harvest the Mosot by hand. Only have supplies cranes sitting around in granaries because the caverns didn't come this year. I mean, that is luck. Life is hard for everyone without cash. Still, they were willing to barter with us, rather than waiting until spring to sell. Lydia said those parts are worth more than Mosot. Well, honestly, it's still a pretty good deal for you. As far as we are concerned, food is priceless. Must you go so soon? Yes, we've accomplished our mission. It's time to go back. I had hoped that you would fill your bellies before you go. I mean, okay, you never say no to free food. If you want, there are a few houses on the west end of the village that have been empty since the previous inhabitants left. Your coop can take shelter there. Make a fire. Get warm and make some food. Spasibo. I can't tell you how grateful I am. There's no need. The girl helped us prepare the harvester for next year. We're the ones who should thank you. Besides, it's not like we did much. Normally, we don't touch the collective food stores for winter. Patrol units are less frequent these days, but I should show when the tax collectors come around. Well, I have a feeling there might be not that many in the region soon anymore. All the old folks did was to take a little grain out of our own reserves, so that you can go back and say you've done your job. Or like there's anything else we can help with. Maybe you can tell us your daughter's name. We can try to ask when we return to the mining district. Oh, she's not here in the far north. She's in the northern tundra, far to the east. Yeah, but you know, we have a network, I swear. Just tell me. Well, I suppose it can do no harm. Her name is Milana. Did I hear of any Milana yet? Is she dead already? A pair of black, soulless eyes gaze out from the darkness. The cracking of the bonfire hides his indistinct mutter. Oh, it's time for him to have a mental breakdown. Chief, salvation. Or not. That's nice.
그때랑 똑같다고? 아니, 이번엔 박사의 명령에 따라서 한 행동이야. 후회 같은 건 없어.
I feel like the loading screens are longer. I mean, you can. It's fine. It's fine. Probably. This means there will nothing go wrong. The definition of a lie is the truth you believe in. I'm not sure this is how you define a lie, but I'll take it. Time to see one miner killing like 50 villagers or something like that. No, no! Ah. The young woman falls on the ground before your eyes, a black spear growing out of her body. Next to her body, a man is flailing with his legs, trying to push himself away from this dangerous place. Monster! Or maybe we do actually see what hell the mutated miner was. Black is closing in. Black. 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 Everything is black. Except for bright red blood. You cannot even tell if you're facing something that is living or not. Do not fear. Not one step back. Stand up. You still have strength. The black steps to the bodies. Some of whom were miners, some of whom were guards, and some of whom were just ordinary ore signs. The constant screams make it very clear that, whether you turn to run or not, the spears appearing out of thin air will catch you. You can only watch as the spears continue to rise from the ground, impaling body after body, threatening to blanket the entire ground. Suddenly, the spears remove themselves from the mountain of corpses, forming a long sword in the hand of the Black Shadow. I mean, you know, the guardsmen are kinda cool, if not only they were just pure evil. As he raises its sword and points it towards you, speaking in an indistinguishable voice. You would die standing? No, I'm not going to die. I'm not going to die here. Hope is a good thing, but futile. Is it the mystery query? Is that... Rankin! We're here to help. Rankin! You... Renard? We're here to help. You're here. You're here to help me. My comrades, you're here. We'll fight side by side, just like old times. Just like old times. Surround him, just like old times. One falls, another takes his place. I love just throwing people at my problems. Follow me. Ooh. You feel the heat coming from behind you, like a burning fire that spreads all over you. Makes your blood run hot and your eyes wide and clear. You shout your name and push you forward. Okay, so this is Rankin's point of view. I guess this might be not of his PTSD nightmare things. Or maybe this is actually the past. In the face of solidarity, you leap and take aim at what seems to be the forward of the black entity. And impale it. There goes his throat. Death! There's no sound of blood dripping, no convulsion. Only the resistance of the plate growing lesser and lesser until it disappears altogether. There goes my shiny sword. I see. I see. That is a big angry mob. Gabrielos. As the last syllable leaves its mouth, the uniform popped up by the shadow goes limp and stops resisting. You have put an end to the monster with courage, with determination, with heart. With the support of friends who never existed. You know, yeah, just hallucinate your moral support. Fake it till you make it. Your hands are heavy. Where are you? He's down! He's down! Who? Rankin! You! We killed! That went quickly to a V. Skitcher. He probably went to a lot. We killed him! Killed who? Black. Snow. Not enough. An obstacle dead and gone, but the snow is everywhere. Abominable snow. It's kind of sad. I guess they're probably gonna show later how they actually killed the guard. I'm so curious how that actually worked out. The snow will not stop. Venken! Venken! What do we do now? Venken! Venken! I am... Venken! Venken! The crowd rushes toward you like the tide. They raise you up. And they pull you back down. You have felt the sense of weightlessness before. The crowd shouts. The crowd yells. Someone who should not have been here shouts your name in the deafening echoes. Venken! You close your eyes and go back into the forest with his words. A border garrison unit, a one-way mission. You are not here. Won. We won. But yeah, I guess they were right that the leader was in the army. So I guess it makes sense why Venken kinda can lead them as well. And, you know, actually win against the patrols. As you rise and fall, you look towards the black dust in the distance, which has yet to fully disperse. Black smoke seeps out from every hole and gap in the uniform, like countless tiny tentacles, weirdly wrapping and covering it until it's completely hidden. Under the black smoke, the uniform once again takes human shape, as though he never died. Right. Time for another sword step. Defense of the mat. I guess I don't have to do anything. We did it. The executioner's dead. Those patrol units are no match for us now. Let's finish them. It is kind of nice that they kind of try to do some more in ancient cutscenes, basically. No, wait, who's that? Impossible, you're dead. The purity of death is a blessing that neither you nor I deserve. Besides, I never died. Right, I just went for a smoke plague. That filthy lich. Oh, the lich are Sarkas, okay. That's different. What the hell are those bats? Okay. I'm not looking forward to fear. I wonder how you will view your own cold rage when you learn the truth. When you learn that the power you used to defeat me never belonged to you. That even your deepest desire is but a fleeting dream. I mean, those bats are new. We did fight like one of those in like, what was it called? There was this early side story Cerebral Calcite. But yeah, you can't scare Venken, and you can scare us. We'll kill you over and over, how many times it takes, until you can stand again, until you can speak again. No. If we just throw hundreds of people at you. Like this, right, Venken? Yes. You can scare us.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, but you still did not kill the man. The nights of deep autumn are cold in Ursus. Snow falls on the branches as the cold winds blow. Come on, show me what happened. Don't just switch back to current time. The crowd is already dispersed. There's no light coming from the distant huts. A tiny flicker of flame still burns on a charred firewood in the middle of the clearing, clinging to its last gasp of life as the north winds tear at it. A piece of thick firewood is thrown into the pile, and sparks fly in the air. They found us. My firewood lies in ash, slowly becoming charred and twisted, before being swallowed by the leaping flames. The fire shines up in the face of the people infected, but he feels no warmth. The people here, everyone, they must be wiped away, like Gania was. This way, they will never sin again. They will never lose their goodness, nor abandon purity. You know, maybe you should not have made this man kill his son, huh? Your soul shall never be defiled. He is in pain, a pain that penetrates his heart like a needle. He is cold, shivering like he just fell into a frozen lake. He must make himself warm again. You know, nothing's warmer than some good old bloodshedding. 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces. 1 bundle, 2 bundles, 3 bundles. We are now at the count. The flame that was so faint now pokes its head from the gaps in the wood like a burning demon, threatening to touch its crater with its tongue. The fair miner picks up a burning firewood and walks toward the silent houses. Tap, click, tap, click. The footsteps are rhythmic, one stronger than the other. What are you doing? Asleep. Asleep. You're all asleep. You do not know what desperation awaits you, what judgment you will face. Are you burning them all down? Eating and abetting the infected before selling them out? Blissful ignorance. Docile as a burdened beast. That is alright. I will help you. I can help you get cleansed in the flames. I shall meditate and share in your pain. The madman carries the torch of fear, but the flame can no longer stem the cold. The cold pierces his bones. It comes from apathy, from the wind, from Ursus. He needs warmth. He sees a large pile of hay. Fire. He throws the torch. Cleansing. Flames awaken all that has withered. Salvation! Well, that's not good for infected PR. It's never felt so acutely alive. The ringing continues in his head, and the nightmare, Ranking is clinging to the last vestiges of cognition and sanity. The sensations are returning, but the wailing cone nearer, not more distant. He forces himself up and staggers towards the door of the tent, seeking a breath of fresh air. Right? It's not the first village that gets burned out and infected in nurses. Probably not even the last. Hot air rushes at him, evaporating the sweat in an instant. In the blink of an eye, all the feelings return to his body. This is not a dream, it is real. The stuff of his nightmares has found a foothold in reality. Everywhere, people are fleeing as the house that once offered refuge are devoured by fire. In the gushing smoke, the scent of charred despair clutches at everyone's throats, like a demonic claw, or tiny as man in the presence of terror. Mencken! What happened? No idea. Fire started all of a sudden. We can't put it out. All we can do is evacuate the others. The food we traded for is still inside. I have to go in. No, it's not the time, man. You not only basically killed the innocents, he made sure that he won't have food. Brilliant plan. Wake everyone. Get them out of the village. Go! But his commands do not bring order to the crowd. Fear continues to spread unchecked. Yes, never. died. Man, I guess you're haunted by that. No, I won. I killed him. But yeah, I assume this is what actually happened, or maybe we'll see that he actually died and he just didn't witness it. I can save everyone. Uchita! What are you doing here, Mitochki? Get to safety! Hey, Uchita, I... Didn't you hear me? Rankin tries to shake off Itochki's hands, but the girl grabs his arm with all her strength. Bushka, she's gone. Oh no. What? Wasn't she with you? The stammering girl gestures fiercely, trying to explain what happened, but the terror on her face says it all. Nikto, continue the evacuation. We'll go find Nadia. Oh, okay. Menken and Vitochki dart to the fire. Last 3 events that I read, people were burned alive, which came out fire. Fair. I mean, fire is just a very thematic tool. I get that. The houses on both sides of them are burning, and the slightest misstep could set the cloths on fire. Babushka! This is where we might pick Vitochki or something. Ranking wants to yell too, but a feeling of helplessness continues to accumulate in his heart. It is stuck in his throat, preventing him from making a sound, preventing him from breathing. He knows full well what a fire like this means for an invalid old woman. Uchita, At the smoke-filled intersection, Vitochki covers her mouth, points to herself, that wanking and firing towards the fork in the path. No, Vitochki, you must not go off on your own. Listen to me. Okay, he has a point. Uchita! The girl's face is wet as tears flow from her eyes. She holds her hands together in a strange gesture of prayer. She's not praying to the Char, nor the Yurodstvo. She's praying to Wenkin. You will be our hero or something. Fool. A shadow flashes across the vision. He's limping, but there's an unusual strength in his steps, and a bright smile. Uchita means teacher, yeah, I've seen that. Well, she does look up to him, for sure. So he is being drawn in by something. Ollie, where are you going? The hunched figure ignores Wenkin's cries, walking towards the sea of flames at the end of the path. Surrounded by the bright light of fire, his figure casts no shadow. He prepares to welcome baptism by fire, but the Yordstro walking towards the execution grounds a legend. Or he will be warm for the rest of his life. Vitochki, wait! I have committed murder. He is at least self-aware? Not for food, nor for water, not for a boat. He continues to walk as he chants and pushes open a burning door. What made you come to your senses? Well, this is fine. It is just a meme. Even the scorching light of the flames cannot stop Wenkin from seeing what is inside the house, or Harley said. Flames boil and whiff as charred beams totter, cracking like the mourning of the dying. An old woman sits straight in the middle of it all. She is sitting on the last chair without a sound. The flames are only inches from her, but they cannot touch her, so an invisible wall is keeping them at bay. She has not a speck of ash or dust on her, even her hair is immaculately clean. Her eyes gently shut, but at the same time she seems to be watching everything. She is at peace. I've cleansed the souls. Good job. Good job, man. What a victory or something. Let's go. Hey, we get a skin. That's nice. It's good. Sure, you can have it. In a sense, I kinda did like it more in the second story arc where they give, like, basically welfare units every main chapter, but I also get that, you know, I would not really be using the welfare characters either, so I get it. Babushka's onto something. She is just blessed by God. The saddest thing is that Sora teaches us nothing. Deployment limit -2. Ah. Snow. Oh, no, this is fire. You're pretty close, but kind of very different. Snow is falling on his head. It turns into boiling water, into endless cries, into the weight of the dead. Hands are not enough to sweep it away. It is wet, heavy, sinking. Until it crushes those who are inside, those who are still living. Babushka, how are you feeling? Tick tock, tick tock. The clock ticks tocks. Are they doing fine? The clock doesn't wait for anyone, but we shouldn't sing. Let's go. Huh. I did not expect that we just get her. No more survivors here. I don't think I have the strength to stand. Are you there, Lydia? I could use a hand. Lydia? Over there. Someone's coming. Mencken. The fire's gone out. Yes, it went out a while ago. Some survivors found us. We must do something. You're going to make Harley kneel here forever. Even if he went mad and did all this. It's really necessary to punish him this way. You should probably just take him under custody, kinda. The fire's gone out, and it's getting cold. He'll die. Yes, he'll die, but not yet. Mencken looks toward the entrance to the village. The fence that used to be there was designed to stop fortune tusk beasts, not anyone determined enough to enter, but intentions were benevolent or malicious. Scattered figures begin to emerge from behind the remains of the fence. Yeah, they're not gonna be that happy with this. They look this way hesitantly, then walk away timidly. Mencken sounds almost like he's muttering to himself. I was wrong, Nikto. What do you mean? I was wrong. In what way? Ollie wasn't mad. He wasn't shouting for Witoshki's Babushka, or to his dead son. He was shouting at me. I have committed murder. Not for food, not for water, not for a boat, but for those who walk with me, for the salvation of their souls. I didn't hear anything. You know, maybe there's multiple people here that need a therapist. If we did see it, it's just the kind of prayer that Witoshki and the Babushka pray all the time. It's not like they started worshipping the Yordstro and the Tsar yesterday. Yordstro, Tsar? No, not distant or ethereal things like that. He was trying to save my soul, even after I made him kill his own son. But what is a soul even? Who can prove that it exists? Is it more precious than mortal life? It's ridiculous. Silly. I mean, does a soul exist if you get saved into Originum? Does that count? I shouldn't have forced him, but now the worst has happened. If he did what he did before in order to fulfill my wishes, then it was for the same reason that he set this fire. No, It's nonsense. Listen to me. It might as well have been me who set this fire. Kinda? I mean, it is the consequences of your actions. I must pay for my crimes. Time to commit Sudoku. Don't be a fool, Venkin. I'll keep this brief. What else do you have to say? I gave you food and water. Is this how you pay us? No. You're here to chase us away, or to finish what you started. I want you to witness the perpetrators face justice. Perpetrator? Justice? Will you kill all the arsonists, killers, and robbers in front of me? No. No, you won't. Otherwise you wouldn't be coming to talk to me while armed. I'll pretend I didn't hear anything. Leave. At least you're trying to wipe us out. Never come back again. Venkin puts down his pickaxe and all other weapons. He raises both hands in the air. Venkin! Stay back, Nikto. Come on. You know, Venkin, it's nice that you want to basically, you know, atone, but it's also not fixing anything, and you still need a leader. You still have your arts. Right here. The culprit is right here. You can do what you wish with him. What? I put down my weapon. Won't use any arts. You can do what you wish. That's still kind of fucked up thing to go. No. I see. You would shield the others with your own life. You haven't been good with numbers, but I can tell that's not a fair deal. I'm right here. I won't fight back. I don't want you. You don't want you. You weren't here when the fire started. I wanted the one who set the fire. The one who robbed my home and burned it down. I wanted the one who killed my wife. Even if I was the reason for his violence, it was my arrogance that put others in desperate situation. It was I who forced him down the path of violence. But okay, but he also made his own decisions. You should kill me. No. Listen to me. You want him. You don't want anyone else. A small space has been cleared in the Wappel to serve as an impromptu execution ground. Man. A crowd has gathered to watch, so they cannot help themselves, like huddling around a fire in the winter night, but fearful that its warmth might burn. Yeah, you know, this can also not lead to any bad outcome. Still don't understand. Why did Hawley set the fire? Why would he do this to a village that helped us? He's mad. He was never the same again after his son died. No. But maybe he didn't set the fire. Venkin wanted to satisfy the villagers, and Hawley happened to be sick. The Hawley I knew would never do something like that. I mean, it is kind of fucked up if nobody actually seen it or has, like, actually proof of evidence or anything like that it was him, right? Other than him mumbling, I guess. I don't know, but I trust Venkin. Didn't you know? He even tried to trade his life for Hawley's. Thankfully, Will just wanted a real culprit, not a good person trying to take his place. Hasn't started yet, but I can't watch. I'll be over there. I need some rest. Stop, Venkin's talking. Pretty much everyone's here. Share. Pain. I have a few words to say before I execute this man. I'm not trying to defend him or seek forgiveness from the victims. Yes, he deserves to die. He betrayed kindness and trust. He placed all of us in danger. He harmed the innocent in direct violation of our original intent, which was simply to survive. Death may be inevitable on the path we chose, but should never have happened this way. Watch. Remember the lesson. Remember that the one about to take the life of this man is the one least qualified to do so. I'm executing him on the wishes of the victims, and on my own decision. This will be the last decision I make as leader. Okay, but what would the coup do then? No one should bear the burden of killing his own comrade, and therefore... repent. Sin. The snow has piled up on Hawley's shoulder. He kneels on the ground, so he did not hear any of what Mencken said. Puts his hands together in front of his chest in a gesture of piety. He looks up, exposes his neck to the executioner. Okay, at least make it quick, right? Yes, I must repent my sins. I shall do the deed. The strategy, Harley. God damn, I thought I could at least put a smear together. Oh, it's gotten even more broken. That's a good omen. Talk about unlucky. And may at least take Harley's body, Mencken. No. What use do they have for a dead body? Do they want to leave it out in the wilds? You're not in any position to negotiate. Okay, it is kind of fucked up though. At least put them to rest. Besides, all of you may come to the same end if you continue to follow me. What do you mean? Who do we follow if not you? Also the time for jokes. It's not a joke, it's a decision. A decision that I already talked about. Okay. Well, sorry, we vote you as leader. Mencken turns... Rusty means see you. Man, that is... I guess he also is longing for the sweet release, huh? Mencken turns around. The tired, unkempt crowd immediately gather around him, simply because he is here. They look towards the leader, frankly waiting for the next instruction. We keep going south, Mencken. I don't have any strength left. Just wanted a roof over my head that could keep the snow away. We don't even have that anymore, do we? We'll die if we keep going. We'll die if we stay. I couldn't find them, Mencken. Pavel and Borgina. I never found them. Not even the bodies. I'm sorry. The villagers didn't want me anywhere near them. Not even when I put down my pickaxe. I mean, that is kind of understandable though. They're afraid. I could see it on their faces from a mile away. I didn't want to threaten them. Let's go, Mencken. Take us away. Mencken scans each face in the crowd, whether they spoke or not. I'm sorry, friends. Mencken, I can't decide your path going forward. As I said, it was not Harley who should have been punished. It was me. Well, you know, you can just try to do more good now. I was the one who drove him to madness and violence. It was my decision that drove him to desperation. Before this happened, I didn't even realize that not everyone was ready to look death in the eye. There's no longer any doubt. I don't have what it takes to be a leader. The last and best act as leader is to relinquish this position and give you back the power of choice. Yeah, we vote you. Long silence. No one answers. Hardly anyone even leaves. Not so much a twitch on their faces. All who hear the decision are silent, until a trembling voice emerges from the end of the procession. You're abandoning us? No, Witochki. Then what? What you said? How do we understand it? Crowd parts for the one who asked the question. Witochki does not move forward. She stands where she is. Her fists clenched so hard that her knuckles have turned white. Aww. You see, you won't lead anymore after we come so far. I mean, you know, it is also kinda not a great move to say. You know, we are in a bullshit situation. We might die. But anyways, who else wants to lead? You're abandoning all of us. I'm not. I must do this before things get worse for everyone. But they are already. No more lives must be lost because of my foolish decisions. He didn't escape from the mines, that hellhole, for this. Hellhole? But it's my home. What do you mean? The mines, mining district is my home. It was many people's homes. Home? Thought you all wanted out like me. It's because of trust. We trust you, Mencken. You didn't know? I thought you chose to leave because you wanted for a long time. You killed the black bugs. You stood up and said we should leave, so we left. To be fair, if you would have stayed there, you would have been so fucking punished. So yeah, you caught Harley, killed him, and said it was wrong to leave. You said it's a choice. I don't understand. What are we to you? Friends, family. It's complicated and hard to define. But it's exactly because you're important to me that this is the home of the villagers. Maybe they can rebuild the village. What about us? Where do we go? Have you heard about reunion? Hence your pursuer. You took us so far. If you don't lead anymore, how do we go back? Menken, tell me, how do we live? Vitochki. No, the way you call me, you're treating me like a child. I'm not. She is the voice of reason here somehow. You're not talking back. You just proved what I had only guessed. What? All I've done up to this point was to force my ideas on you. You didn't understand my plan. You didn't understand the meaning behind my actions. You trusted me, not your own choices. What will you do when I'm not around to lead you? I appreciate your trust, but this isn't right. I'm going to tell you what's happening, and then you can make your choice. Menken once again scans the face before him, making sure that he has everyone's undivided attention. Our ultimate goal is to reach the Casimersian border and find the village of the infected. In the process, though, this journey must become a reason for Ursus to recognize us. But it will put us in grave danger, because it challenges the very foundation of the Empire. People before us have tried and failed, leaving behind nothing but a symbol and a name, on the snowy, swampy tundra. What if I told you that following me might mean following their footsteps? I mean, at least some kinda survived in reunion, I guess. And this time, maybe the leader will not fall into madness. It's not something I would recommend for anyone who wants to live. Anyone with a brain. I never even gave Harley a choice. That's why he's dead. He showed me that I must return the choice to you. The crowd does not answer, but there's some faint commotion. Slowly the crowd begins to split. Some stand next to Menken or behind him, others in front of him. When do we leave, Menken? Once everyone has made their choice. More and more people move towards Menken, their footsteps like the late ringing of the bell, announcing the end of a shift. 1, 2, 3. One miscount may mean one more soul lost to the mines. Who doesn't want to live? Good question. Why do we have to choose? Vitochki can feel them growing more and more distant. Subconsciously takes a step forward, trying to hold onto something. Someone cups her and stops her in her tracks. Aww. Vitochki. Serafina, you're going too? Where are you? I don't know how to... They are leaving us to go die. It's alright, it's alright. Was I bandaging up Nikto? He cut himself on some broken mirror shards. Man. It's not important. I heard the last part of the exchange. You want to live. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to make yourself walk a path that you don't agree with. I'm not going with them. You won't? You're not leaving? Yes, me and my team will continue to assist the wounded. Nikto is not leaving either, is he? Nikto? I guess that will be a big split up. The split crowd continues to move. Radiant could not see Nikto, so she begins scanning for a specific electrical signal with her arts. It does not take her long. He's in the rear. He won't leave. I'm sorry, Gosshoster Serafina. Nikto! I'm sorry, Vitochki. I can't go back. None of them came from Kifferborg. Mines were never my home. Besides, it's not a sure thing that we'll die. Maybe things won't get so bad with me keeping an eye on the man. We must make opportunity with our own hands, after all, right? That is kinda true. No, 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 no! Why? Why must it be like this? Why must we always part? That is life, sadly. Go home, Mitochki. Don't catch a cold. Go to bed, and Mom and Dad will be back when you wake up again. Be a good girl who doesn't cry or complain. Make your babushka happy. You'll find a piece of chocolate on your pillow when you wake up. Aww. Strike. Bites. No response. Execution. Mama. Papa. Lydia. Babushka? One word. Just one word. One word and my soul will be healed. I beg forgiveness for the sin of killing your child. I shall meditate and share in your pain. For you, for him, we all repent our sins from the bottom of our hearts. Yeah, sure. Should I be concerned? Thy blessings walk on earth as it is in heaven. Babushka? Baby, close your eyes. Someone's outside the window, knocking on the door. Baby, hold your breath. Someone's putting on a skin, walking in. Here it comes. This is fine. This is not fine. Babushka. Babushka, is someone outside? No one stops. No one waits. They're gone. They cry, kiss your hand, say they didn't want to be apart, but they're gone. Everyone has their own path. What must this be? But why? You know the reason, suffering soul. Wenken never taught me how to read that watch. No. Second-hand clock? I can hear the bell. As always. Babushka, why is your hand so cold? Of course I'm already dead. The fire's hot. I'm cold and it hurts. But it's not because of fire. I don't understand. It's alright. Most people lived entire lives in obliviousness. Until they die? Yes, until they die. Oh. Babushka, what are you singing about? Love. That did not sound like love. But I heard. Because you laugh. Love makes people hurt, makes them persevere, makes them docile. Love makes people strong, makes them wealthy, makes them noble. You laugh, and therefore you hurt. I love you, and therefore I share in your pain. Mitochki says no more. She closes her eyes and curls up tightly, but no longer dares touch the hand that caresses her cheek as usual. She had heard the words before, back when she did not need to find support for them amongst broken pieces. Now though, she is no longer sure. How can one be more wealthy and noble than kings and nobles if one lives in obliviousness? How can one be stronger than the stick of 40 if one is powerless? The campfire is very near. Should have brought warmth. Mitochki feels cold in her limbs. It nuts every part of her body. Passing to the cold, withered hand. I shall meditate and share in your pain. May we all repent our sins from the bottom of our hearts. The voice is simply a repetition, an echo. Echo points towards doom. Yeah, you know, it all went as well as I expected it. Silenced twice. New tile set. It was so pretty. I make for sure that you are not just walking into my base, I guess. Well, it's not that many. As part of me wants to keep this tile. I mean, I can always put you away later.
그치?
Go, my man. Go, my man. I need to see.
와, 하마터면 잠들 뻔. 사과야, 오늘도 잘 부탁해.
I mean, that would be probably just a good tile to hold.
가장 위험한 전장은 어디지? 내가 사수할
정토를 더럽힌
Probably
것을
do something like
후회하게
this.
되리라.
저격 위치 확 내가 당신의 보고를 듣게 될
니노만테는 볼일 없다.
I still don't. I guess you can stop. Wait, how did those things deal damage, huh? I did not expect it.
실력 발휘해볼까?
우연히도
That is the problem then.
정토를 더럽힌 것을 후회하게 되리라.
I guess you kind of don't wanna, but we can do this instead.
말하기 좀 그런데
Peace.
내가 일으킨 트러블은 남 하이 볼테이지 버라지. 들으십시오.
Who would I rather have? This is awkward, but sure.
눈 크게 뜨고 있으려는 노력을 해볼게.
I guess they at least take the long route. It's like so problematic. I just did not, you know, it's just good to know. They might become a pain in the actual hard version, so.
우연히도 내 놈들은 잘못된 어른과 노가
But yeah,
노가
that's.
사라지네.
I guess I can just hold here.
봄바람이 비로 변하는 시기라. 딱 좋은 잘.
This should be kind of fine, hopefully, all things considered. I guess I do not get that many deployments.
잘못된 길을 의심치도 않았구나.
Let's make sure that there are actually some nice vices form here.
묘비의 소리 내용은 정했나?
Let's go, the man did it. I'm proud of you.
결말은 정해졌다.
Abnormal Mangler Beast.
대답하지 못하고 있어.
More likely to be attacked by friendly units. Takes less damage and gains attack speed. Ah. With abilities after being attacked several times by minor gorillas. Okay, so now the miners become maybe a bit more important. Well, there's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, I guess. I guess having a healer there would actually make sense. But
결단을 내 놈들은 정토를 더럽힌 것을 후회하게 되리라.
why do mechanics? Oh Jesus, a lot.
해야 할 니노만테는 볼일 없다. 꺼져라.
Mission accomplished.
뭐 즐거웠다.
Yeah, good job, Wang. You did it. Okay. I will take like a quick 3-minute break to actually twink and go to the toilet. Then I will be back. See you in a little bit. We are back to more suffering. Probably can do like 1 or 2 more notes. I probably have to stop at like an hour, but hey, more sadness and tragedy. Those who have lost their souls greet you here. That is not ominous. More enemies will appear. I mean, this should be very easy to defend though. Look at this. Beautiful. And okay, yeah, I guess we do the thing where we just have 2 combats. Maybe oh, that's okay. I did not see that staircase. That makes it. I mean, we can still kind of bunch up just there, right? What do you hear?
전화는 명확하다. 우연히도 생각 어른과 노이 녹아 사라지듯.
얘들아, 도와주러 왔어.
Music is nice. Very tranquil. Where would I want? I guess those. I guess I might want to block so the mine. Okay, I see. So put you here. Yeah, we want. I assume the miners go down there. Hopefully. I guess I might have wanted to be. Strength numbers or something. Oh, you're going that. Okay, then. Oh, I cannot stop you. It would be nice to know which way me go beforehand.
결단을 내려 내 놈들아. 잘못된 길을
실력 발휘해볼까?
Put some these here. I guess I do also want an actual. I guess you're good enough.
발표. 검을 뽑는 이유는 물건의 기술. 잘라야 할 땐 잘라야 하는 일.
Yeah, I do need healing.
녹아 사라지되
무사히 돌아올
That should hopefully work if the slugs don't kill her.
우연히도 눈 모든 것
이쪽으로 와.
Okay, that is how they loop. I guess it does kind of make sense.
이벤트는 여러 번 나가봤지만 이런 카오스는
Go, my valiant warriors. Jesus Christ, why is she taking so much damage? Maybe I should actually read this description of the slugs.
묘비의 소리 내용은 정했나?
Yes. What do we with the other deployments we have? I guess we can
말하기 좀 그런데
something like this, maybe something like this for all the spawning slugs.
다음에는 필치로
Beautiful.
좀 기다려볼까? 사과야, 오늘도 잘
I love when I can just be one big blob without consequences. Background is really chill. It is from the game Ender Lilies. It's made by Melee. It's just called Lily. It's like deflect damage. I see. I can link it to wait. I can probably just look it up on YouTube and link it. But yeah, it is pretty nice.
Mission accomplished.
We did it. Why not? Why did not look at the video game? I love my overpowered squad. But here, this is the song. The Twex end here up ahead is. I don't think we need to go any further. What? What happened here? This village is the closest to where the miners abandoned their vehicles. I thought we might be able to ask around. Something happened. Hard to tell if anyone's still alive. The burn marks on the fence look recent. We're one step too late. Again. I mean, at least you can hopefully find more Twex, right? Amir keeps walking until the quiet wounds are plain in view. The fire's long gone out. The bare branches in the surrounding woods cannot even hide the twin moons. The wounds are a sickly black in the pale moonlight, a far cry from what she imagined the village would look like. Amir feels a brief daze. Then worry as memories of a similar scene flash back into her mind. Mantra, wie... I take a team and search for survivors. I'll go too. We'll be fine, and we'll be back soon. No, let's go together and split up over there. Then they just find a random headless chopped off body, huh? I think I see someone. Hello, we're a rescue team. We're here to help. You live in this village. What happened here? Gorno! Again! I did say we were a rescue team, didn't I? Was my Urson weird? No, he's just afraid. I can sense it. Must have around this place, though. He showed up here. Should we follow him? Let's not. We don't want to frighten them. Who's there? Oh. I guess you did hide back here. Oh. Be careful. I'm sorry. I wasn't following you on purpose. Your clothes, they're like hers, so... Our clothes, do you mean the symbol? Hmm? What's the name of this woman you're talking about? Seraphina? Radiant's real name? Is this Seraphina a short lippery with 4 arms? You know her? We are co-workers. Yes, she's our friend. We've been looking for her. What's your name? Can you take us to Seraphina? I'm Bitochki. Wait, follow me. A fire broke out. The others are outside the village. Seraphina was helping us. Without her, we couldn't have gotten here. The miners from the Central Mining District. Yes, you're here, and you say you'll help. Thank goodness. Now we can live. Here we are, just ahead. Who's there? Yadia, Volya? You still have a fear, but don't stay at the door. I'm fine. No fever. The wound on my leg doesn't hurt anymore when I tie it up with clothes. And who are these people? They know Seraphina. They come from the same pharmaceutical company. We've come to help. Amia? Oh. Amia, it's really you. How did you find this place? It's really you! We finally found you. She runs up to her colleague and gives her a big hug. Aww. Perhaps she should not be showing her emotions in front of others like this, but she cannot decline the opportunity to let her guard down. I'm sure Radiant does give good hugs, you know, having 4 arms. Nothing beats the joy of a union, and the comfort in seeing someone whom you have been worried about for a while. I wasn't sure when the girl said your name, but now, I'm so glad. Is everything alright, Radiant? I'm fine. Sorry for making you worried. Team Median, all 9 members accounted for. Thank goodness. How did you find this place? Did someone find the markings I left behind? A wise course of action. Mantra, I knew you would be with them. The doctor, Monster, and I came when we lost contact with you. The doctor is with a researcher that we found, waiting for her to wake up. Meet up once communications are restored. The doctor is here in Ursus too? I think we all have a lot of questions to ask each other. Wenken left with part of the coup after the fire was put out. The ones here were unwilling or unable to follow, or villagers who lived here to begin with. Yeah, they need help too now. I regret not being able to stop the events. So that's what happened. Is Wenken linked to the Union? No, as far as I can tell. Never made direct contact with the Union. We simply believed there was a Union position on the Ursus Casimir's border. I've heard Fugitive infected in far north talking about it. Does Wolf's Island have any intel? You mean, these people have nothing to do with the Union? Just us flying a banner that they happen to come across. Who might you be? Aloysius Gorchakova, Sergeant of the Imperial Guard, Vanguard Battalion. You can call me Aloysius. What is the Imperial Guard doing here? When I want Aloysius playable? I guess I assume that the story will kind of focus on Ursus for a while, so maybe? Aloysius came to investigate rumors of mutated infected in the Central Mining District. She helped us get into the district. It's a pleasure to meet you, Gossosa Radian. I'm happy for your reunion, but time is short, and I'll cut straight to the chase. Were there any mutated infected in this group of fugitive miners? No, just normal people. Mutated? I'm sure you understand what I mean as an operator of Woods Island. No, at least not the ones who stayed. You did not find any so-called mutated infected when you examined them. That's strange. There's certainly something abnormal about these people. There's nothing out of the ordinary with the ones who stayed, so we must hurry to catch up with the ones who left. Did they tell you how they plan to proceed to the border? Any other clues they left behind? I don't think I'm obliged to report anything to you. I assure you that my sole purpose here is to discover the truth about the mutated infected and bring about order. Mighty Quiverborg seeks to protect the interests of the infected. Kinda hard to believe, you know? I'm afraid I'm not convinced. At the Tuscan mines, at Krona prison, I saw a single noble who stood up for the interests of the infected. Ah, so you're Ursine too. Red Army, I take it. That was a long time ago. Very well. I accept that you have legitimate reasons for your dim opinions of this nation. You have seen enough, I believe. Regardless, I'm loyal to the motherland, and I want you. And what you're trying to avoid lines up with what I'm trying to avoid to an extent. The miners who left are headed towards the south. We will inevitably pass through Quiverborg, on the way to the Casimirian border. Whether they realize it or not, whatever their actual intentions are, will be treated as insurgents attempting to attack the capital once they are discovered. Yeah, it would make sense if they, like, really, you know, kinda take a huge detour away from that, right? Only one end awaits them in that event. I thought you were going to ask a question, not make a threat. I'm just stating the truth. You will not have to be so solemn if Gossos Radian here would be frank and honest with me. I need to know how these miners left, and why they fled. Hiding the truth won't do you or them any good. Well, there's a reason to be distrustful of Ursa's story for sure. I see only a group of infected who are only trying to survive. No one is in any position to denounce them. You just won't listen, would you? I mean, to be fair, why should she trust you? Like, what can you guarantee that if she actually tells you that they will not just get imprisoned or thrown back into the mines or something like that? That would be the best case even, no? Gasossia Mia, we've traveled together for a while now. Could you perhaps help me persuade our strong-minded Liberi here? There's something even more urgent before that, Aloysius. The miners and villagers here are in a dangerous situation. They have no supplies and nowhere to go. We can't just abandon them. We must ensure their safety before talking about the next step. You don't have to worry about the villagers. You know, they're replaceable. I was planning to seek assistance from the Grand Duchess for the rebuilding of the village anyway. Imperial Highness has always been generous on such matters. Can we really believe that after everything we've seen? These miners, though, are not a problem that a letter will solve. If we cannot offer assistance to them, then Woods Island will. Very well. I'll help you one more time for the sake of our cooperation. We take the miners to Quiverborg. What? Yes, we go to the Quiverborg. Report His Imperial Majesty the truth about the infected mutation in the central mining district, turning these miners into witnesses. This will give Quiverborg a reason to protect them, intercept rather than eliminate the ones who left, until the investigation of the Grand Duchess has concluded at least. I guess it is a short-term solution, yeah? And after that? I persuade the chairman to request that His Imperial Majesty grant amnesty to these infected. But you don't have that much power and influence, right? Then ask Woods Island to intervene on the grounds of medical assistance. Or maybe you only need these miners for now. You have no further use of them after you bring the Grand Duchess down. Otherwise, you have no reason to spare these infected. And no Ursus. Whatever warmth the jar wants to bring to this cold soil, infected will never be part of it. Take that back. I'm just stating the truth. How dare you? Maybe that's true for Ursus, but I've seen enough of Aloysius that I'm willing to trust her. Amir? Sorry, Aloysius. Radiant's simply expressing her concerns. I'm sure we all know how Ursus has historically approached the infected problem. Very well. Thank you for your trust, even if it's only towards me. Gatsu and both of them execrately cast one last provoking look at Radiant. I have one final question. You're foremost to do this, Sergeant. Maybe you have been away from Kifferberg too long to know the weight that the name Gorchakova carries there. On the name of my house, I guess you are high nobility, huh? You don't need to worry about anything else. Wives are fighting. Oh no, it's fine. They will make out in the end or something. Other than providing medical assistance. You're telling the truth? Of course I am. If the plan works, we must get the miners to agree first. Yes, I'll go. I'll explain the situation to them and ask what they think. I mean, considering that they don't even know the reunion village exists and stuff like that, it is kind of sensible thing, I guess. There you are, Witochki. There's something that we need to tell everyone. We have a choice. Leave here and go to Deity Quifferberg together. Quifferberg? Mama said black locusts and cherry trees grow on the streets of Quifferberg. The sky is bright. The foul beasts build nests. They don't fly away. It is actually a nice place to live. There's spring there. That Quifferberg? Yes, that Quifferberg. Do you want to go? Yes, I wanna. She's so eager that she lets cold air get into her throat. Aww, causing pain from the dryness. I know you do, but what about the others? I never left the mines. I have to ask the others whether they're like you. Are they willing to trust us and go to Quifferberg? I ask. I know they will. I mean, to be fair, what is the other choice they realistically have? Before you came back, Dahlia said we can't get away. Even if we wanted to go back, people outside would stop us. They'll burn us to death. Okay, it probably wouldn't go that far. I tell you, it's not like that. You're right, it's not like that. Dahlia, we'll go to Deity Quifferberg. Seraphine has a way. We'll all go. Dahlia? Oh no. The girl is sitting straight with her back against the wall. Her eyes are closed, exhausting up her young face like shadows. She still breathes, but she's not doing any more than the minimum required to live. I love existing. No, we can't stay here. Come with me. Hang on, I'll carry you. I'm sorry to tell you. Dahlia. Probably just tired. Let her rest. We'll find others. Or she's mutating or something. Witochki looks around, hoping that her friend's silence is just a coincidence. Voldia. She walks over and shakes them one by one, only to find that their backs are all straight and stiff. Just like Dahlia. Or they are experiencing a spiritual moment right now. Or some are kneeling while others are standing. But they're all facing the old woman with both heads inside the house, so they can hear nothing else. This is fine. Witochki looks up, and the word slips from her mouth. Babushka? Radiant follows Witochki's fearful gaze. It is time to do the ancient ritual. An ancient voice fills the space in the direction that they are all looking. Welcome. The one who Ursus remembers. The figure's face and eyes are concealed by a hood, but somehow Radiant has a feeling that the figure is not looking at her. What did you say? Sorry for the interruption, but you're taking too long. Everyone, I have a proposal that can ensure your safety to the greatest extent possible. Sorry, we're having a moment. Sergeant. Leave the far north with us and come to Deity Clifferborg. The State Council will protect you, as long as you're willing to testify against the Grand Duchess. His Imperial Majesty must know what happened here. Ursus must know what happened here. Once everything is settled, Woods Island, where this lady you all know came from, will provide further treatment. Now, anyone willing to come with me? Not listening. The electrical signals coming from them. What the? Oh, did they tune into the original? Meditate. Suddenly, a strange coldness penetrates Radiant's cerebral cortex, virtually nailing her to the ground. What the? She's unwilling to offer any further warnings, even if she was just about to do so just a moment ago. No, your hand. What? Even the most chaotic electrical signal should have been benign to her, but now she turns it into a knife to keep herself lucid. Radiant shuts out her sensations with original arts, attempting to break the shapeless restraint. What the kind of arts is that? What are you? Ah! We must go! Take everyone! Leave! Mantra is the name you go by now. Ah, wait. Is Mantra from Ursus too? I did not know. Mantra, I sense cold and pain? A vortex, inviting me to step inside. Amir, do not look, do not listen. Shut out your senses with arts, Amir. Same for you, Elysium. Stay here while I find out what's happening. Mantra! Stay back. This is not normal. They can't hear us speak. Whatever it is, it's calling to me. I must face it. It's just your grandma. Mantra closes her eyes and begins to picture the closest space in her mind like a mental blueprint. She steps back into the house. She will find and anchor each active consciousness here, awaken them and make them here. At least that is what should have happened. No. There's only silence? Wet. Piercing wet. Wet like the blood on the snow, encroaching upon the retina. Then she opens her eyes. What a nice humming, huh? What makes us equal? Perseverance, faith, pain. No, 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 it is love. What needs to be saved? The soul? The soul. The soul! Yeah, time for another fire. Yes, yes, yes. The soul. It's not our body that needs to be saved, but our souls. Love and the soul are one and whole. Love makes us endure, makes us believe, makes us persevere. And we shall meditate and share in the pain of others. Make love pure, save the soul. For you, for him, for all who endure pain. Desire not your own life, decide not your own death. What's this? Is this all because of the Oka? Is this how it ended up, giving you psychic superpowers? Or I endure. I believe. I persevere. Gosuta Batiuska. Gosuta Jorstvo. Okay, Jorstvo mentioned. Maybe they were also just, maybe they were just real all along. I guess it makes sense if then knows Mantra. Oh, boss fight? I guess we will kill Grandma. Once we created, now we destroy. When punching up normal manual beasts greatly increased HP. Doesn't look too bad. Guess there will be stairs there, but come on, you game. I had this a tunnel where we first found Oka. Come on, you cannot now switch perspective again. Or maybe we get an explanation what's up with those superpowers. It should have been placed under lockdown soon after. But now, it looks completely abandoned. The good news is that original particle activity has also dropped after work stopped. Infection risk should be minimal, as long as you do not touch the deactivated originum crystals. I'm not detecting any other life forms. We should be able to get in without a fight. So don't know what happened here. Yep. Time is of the essence. Are you sure this is the right way, Xenia? Don't see anything. Sorry, I've only been down here once before. Let me find the emergency power switch. Turn switch on, sees 500 slugs. Here it is. Oh, looks like this is the right way. All we need to do is to go into the opposite direction from the minecarts. Wait, opposite direction? I thought we were going deeper. It's somewhere other than the mine tunnels. Don't know what it's actually for. The carts only carry goods, not people. Huh. I guess that's to transport original directly out of here? What about the cart? Can we use it? There are no structural issues, but it's been abandoned for so long that there's only enough emergency power for the lights. I don't think it's a good idea. We can walk, you know, get our cardio in. You two get on the cart. Monster will get a cardio in. What? There's no safety belt. Get on, Doctor. We can save time that way. I guess she has a point. But it won't start. I'll take care of it. You need me to lift you up, Doctor. Man, she does love lifting up the Doctor. I can do it myself. Are you ready? Are all the lasers ready? 3, 2, 1. What are you planning? What? The car's going to fall apart. She does have too much strength. It'll be fine. Just sit tight. Here we go. Thank goodness the tunnels look intact. Imagine with like 50 kilometers an hour or something just colliding with a rock. We should have started the fire before coming down. It's a lot better than the outside. Difference is almost as great as the Iberian coast compared to inland Earth's. Of course, there's a dramatic difference in temperature as well. Are you alright? I'm fine. What about you, Doctor? I just assume the Doctor outfit is like very... I mean, we see them like everywhere. It's air conditioned. Don't worry. Every part of my pain feels equally shaken. I kept the speed steady. Monster's a very good cart driver. Or cart pusher. Hey, sounds like the problem's not on my end. I have a question, Xenia. When was Oka first discovered in the mines? I am not sure exactly when. The first sample arrived at the lab a month ago. It was when I learned of the appearance of this heretofore unheard of substance in the original mines. But it's strange. What made the lab decide to perform human experiments? Infected exposed to Oka in this tunnel were subject to unusual mutations. The infection, reading soared, but the vital signs remain stable. Healthy even. No, in good faith, you could maybe argue that they were looking for a cure. That sounds familiar. If you encountered other patients like this, have they come into contact with Oka? There may be another possibility. In any case, the Russian government wanted to replicate the miracle. I suppose they wanted a docile labor force that did not fear illness or pain, perhaps even employ them in combat. I mean, it would also be a big military weapon, yeah. I haven't realized the potential danger. I think we're getting close. This is as far as the wheel goes. We have to proceed on foot. Three of you move forward in the darkness. Might nobody pour a torch? You hear before you see. It is the heavy sound of water. That's a lot. The three of you look up and slowly open your eyes. You soon realize that the light in the tunnel is not coming from outside. It is coming from the stationary liquid in front of you on the ground, and the waterfall at the very end. I do love when my liquid is glowing. Makes me just want to take a slurp. It glitters like obsidian, reflecting light from a crack high above as it falls, making the cave bright as early morning after a shower. An obsequent river. You can tell? Yes, like an obsequent river. The Oka cannot flow outwards along the dip, so it can only flow backwards until it lies still, like this. It continues to flow in a way, even without external forces acting on it. That's why they named it Oka River. The liquid is everywhere. It's like a natural cast cave. You can't even tell that it used to be a mine. Even stranger, Oka itself is almost like water. What do you mean? Well, in a manner of speaking, Oka becomes highly stable after it is allowed to stand still for a while. It can even be used as a universal solvent. I guess kinda makes sense if it origins from Originum, that it just basically assimilates and dissolves everything or something like that. Wait. We shouldn't touch it with bare hands. Sorry, now I'm part of Oka now. Oh. Monster bends over and collects some liquid with a test tube. He's not wearing gloves or any other form of protection. She can take it. Expression goes solemn as she shakes the liquid in the test tube with wet hands. Monster? Should not touch it directly. I have protective equipment. You can tell me if you want a sample. We'll collect it. Doctor, I know what this is. What? Okay, tell me your secrets. Senior, the samples. Oh, okay. Wait here. I'll be back soon. Be careful. This liquid that they call Oka, it's Originum. Okay, I could see that. Why does it look that way? It's complicated. Do you remember the transmitter that Violet was studying? Or the Corazonix that is often mentioned in the Iberian alchemy? I guess it's similar? Are they related? This is their prototype. Or perhaps I should say the original form. Both serve as a kind of medium. Yes, a medium that reacts directly with the human body, or to store information. So that's why they are both liquid? I think so. You understand, Doctor, that Originum is both a vehicle for information and a vehicle for energy. Both the transmitter and Corazonix re-record Originum energy to specific means in order to record different types of information. Yoka here is the remnant of Originum, after its energy was extracted in an even more effective manner. So it's really a form of universal solvent. This explains why the infected who came into contact with Oka became mutated. Because of its nature, as strained Originum, Oka neutralizes the Originum activity inside an infected, by creating the perfect conditions for the continued growth of Originum. Yippee! Well, we kinda cannot allow Ursus to keep harvesting that, I feel like. Allowed it in fact to retain the vital functions temporarily, but it does not change the fact that death would inevitably follow soon. Meanwhile, all the infected individuals injected with Oka died of severe rejection due to the lack of active originum in the bodies. It's presence in such quantities, it means this is what we feared the most. The colossal primate is drying up. This is fine. Priests are selling, you know, baking some cake. Rumors we heard that Ursus is accelerating the extraction of originum. It's all to hide the exhaustion of the ore vein. It began here in the northmost parts of Ursus and will only accelerate. Within 4 months, the original deposits in Ursus will drop to 30% of PS levels. Oh Jesus. This is the real reason why the Grand Duchess put the mining district on lockdown. You did not need to ask the question. One gaze exchanged with Monster and both of you have the same name in mind. The only one who could have done this. Beastus. There's no one else. Why would she do this? The exhaustion of the ore vein cannot be stopped or reversed. Ursus will collapse. Not just Ursus. It's kinda gonna affect all the surrounding countries too. So on such a scale will have ramifications across Terra. Is this what she's after? I have an idea. Well, it's time to find a new energy source, I guess. Oka's also a relic of the old civilization. A byproduct of the experiments. If she caused the exhaustion of the ore vein, then there might be some useful information left within. See if you can read it. How would I? Our means are limited. You have to insert your hand, like I did when I collected the sample. What's the worst that can happen? Like, if I'm immune to ore path V, this cannot harm me. Don't worry, it won't harm you. Thank you, Monster. Following Monster's instructions, you coil down and immerse your hands into the liquid ochre. You wait. You do not feel any different. You wait some kind of change or response, like the miracles that happened so many times before. Nothing happened. It was just water. Product of pure civilization seems to reject you, denying your connection to it. Maybe Priestess is trying to shut out the Doctor? Could it be that it already has lost its ability to hold information? I don't think so, right? But perhaps she had no intention of leaving any information to us. It's possible. Monster, Doctor, come, I found something. There's a hole behind the waterfall, and I climbed up and stood there. I heard the sound of an unusual frequency from the cave. It didn't seem natural, no, definitely isn't natural. It's like trying to communicate some sort of information through audio waves. I guess this and like the Yordstro thing is the reason why the communications are down? Or... Let's check it out. This base was hidden behind the waterfall? It's impressive. Listen carefully to the sound of the liquid impacting the rocks. Some of the sounds are of a particular frequency, like it's trying to draw attention to itself. It's very different, and you can definitely tell. And imagine if the Lifanians would find this cave. I tried to decipher the ones I heard. It took a while to record the various pitches. There, did you hear that? All I hear is the rain. I didn't even hear you speak. Doctor? You close your eyes and allow yourself to be immersed in sound, until you identify the sound that is constantly changing in frequency. I hear it. Did you say you hear it? The sound rushes into your consciousness. Sometimes it's formed from several high frequencies. Sometimes it's short and sharp, like a meticulous music score. It is a call about my insurance. You soon realize that it represents some sort of code, or perhaps language. You try to recall all the languages that you know, categorizing them in your mind, and you soon realize that you are hearing the same word, just in different languages. I've copied it down. It's just a hunch, but if we deciphered using the standard encoding for communication between nomadic cities. I think it's referring to the same word in many different languages. Hey, she is smart! I could identify Earthline and Gaulish from it. I think they both mean... unknown language. Sorry, I don't speak Russian. Debatito. Debate. Okay, I see where we're going. I think at least Biadlun. This is where I cannot speak languages. Up in the rocks, the liquid in the mine is communicating the same word at you. Debate. I'm so smart. I have basic pattern recognition. Yes, Dr. Lyra. If you still believe you made the right choice, if you still believe in the future you described, then refute me with reality and prove to me that thing which you hold so firm. Hope. Okay, I will show you that hope is real. First, I'll take a sip. It's an invitation. What? I said it's an invitation. One that I must accept. Time to write my arguments down on some nice cards. You know, time for a school presentation. You think it's a message from Priestess? I know what she means. We should leave, quickly. We'll go back to the lab once Xenia has gathered her samples. We must try to contact Amir. I hope Amir has made contact with Radian. Did you hear a sound? What sound? Something heavy stepping in water. It's a nice bear. The waterfall is pretty loud. Are you sure it's not just your ear swinging? Perhaps singing affects from having to process too much information just now. Wait. Xenia? Is that you? No, don't tell me. It's not Xenia's footsteps. Not a wide weight or rhythm. What's that? Ah, it is just a mutated bear. See, it's fine. It's fine. That was not a boss fight I was expecting when I clicked on this note, you know? But he... maybe better to beat up a bear than an old grandma. Fancied crying, fanatic breathing, thick mucus liquid dripping from the fangs. Its entire body is covered in a hard layer of dark red originum, forcing it to stand on its two hind legs. You see it raise its front paws. Not paws. A pair of nice crystals. What? Oh. A pair of withered hands, indistinguishable from that of a human. Those are very human hands. Original infected Mangler beast. I guess Originum had the info of some people saved up and is just inserting it into the bear. Is that how it works? I have the samples. Why are you just standing there? The strange Mangler beast, which seems so removed from reality, is right behind her. Run, Xenia. Run, Xenia. Don't look back. I get her. Go to the minecart, Doctor. We'll meet you there. Go. What? Researcher cannot help but look back as she starts running. She hardly has the time to swallow her scream. Gesuda, but you're what is that thing? It's fine. It's gonna be a nice carpet soon. Six feet under.
박사, 나 다리 떨리는데 어떡해?
That's not even the original thing. Oh, you just attack everything? Like, you also just one-hit everything, but that's like a future me problem, right? I'm patching up normal Mangler Beast, as long as Divinity. Maybe... Is he just coming straight at us?
전황은 명확하다.
This is fine.
우연히도 생각
Maybe.
모든 것을 묻어버리기를 기다리도록
See?
하지.
He can be frozen.
사과야.
I guess he doesn't have the gimmick that we... Okay, what the hell do you want from me, game? Or are you... Is he just going for the exit? Okay. How do I do this?
내가 모두의 뒤를 지키.
I mean,
누구도 접근하게 두진 않겠어.
I guess I can probably quickly just send down somebody tanky. But yeah, I guess I also really want the miners to stall this man as long as possible. I guess I could also try CC, but I don't have enough CC.
그립군.
I mean, do we just try Silverash, put monster there? I mean, to be fair, this is the only thing we have to get. That is good, I think.
전황은 명확하다.
Maybe I
우연히도
would have wanted to put you further back.
모든
I
것을
do not have
묻어버리기를
enough time to get Action Monster.
기다리도록 하지.
Oh, that's...
도망칠 곳은 없다. 서둘러.
Oh, you're also dead. Okay,
모든 악을 여기서 멈추겠다.
I should actually maybe read this man. I guess getting Enos early on, just to farm DP on him and maybe just bind him a little bit. I guess I'm not used to the stages plus you that much. Attacks hit twice and greatly increase the damage the target takes from this unit. I see. Enraged attacks both friend and foe and seeks out units that have dealt damage to it. Oh. Physical and arts damage taken greatly reduced. Attack speed and movement speed greatly increased. Loses rage and attempts to flee after some time. Of HP drops below a certain level. So we want to basically just stalling him around, take some ranged units, make him walk around the level. He appears after a short delay, remaining enraged for a while. During this time, physical and arts damage taken is greatly reduced, while attack is greatly increased. Attacks all nearby allied units. Rockfall deals physical damage to the unit that has dealt the most damage to it, inflicting stun. Immune to sleep and immune to fear. I see. I mean, for one, like I said, I feel like I have confidence in
이만한 인원을
Enos.
모으는 것도 꽤 힘든 일이라고. 피해는 최대한 줄이도록 해.
I guess that's right. I guess I still, in a sense, would love Silver as in the back lines. You know, farming the slashes is nice.
부장을 정화하고
Need to go to the store.
사람을 현혹시키는 도끼를
Thanks for stopping
쫓아내지.
by. Have a nice day and hope you get what you want.
미끼는
So if you do something like this, you will go down then after your bound
너무 기다리게
stops,
하지 마.
I think. I hope. Okay, that is how we play this video game, I get it. This might be greedy.
모두 계산대로다. 결단을 내려 내 놈들아. 잘못된 길을
Wonder if it also works
의심도
with the slashes or just. I'm sorry, Axel, you have to buy time. Okay, I think the slash is already triggered. That is good tech then. You actually can even tank them a little bit. Maybe I still also would have wanted a murder. Wait, that did not actually trigger it. Okay, that's better.
정부를 더럽힌 것을 후회하게 되리라.
Was the dragon count as an attack of you? I guess this is the timer we need to wait out. I get it.
적소, 발조.
But you do wanna turn around.
이 검의 힘을 두려워
No?
열의 검.
Yes.
세워야 할 땐
It
세워야
does
하리.
need to be the actual attacker.
우연히도 생각이 내렸더라. 정토를 더럽힌 것을 후회하게 되리라.
I guess a lot of fast redeploy would kinda help. That did not really stall you. That's still bad.
다음에는 휠체어에 비행 추진 장치를 달아볼까? 말은 무장 해제 확인.
Guess we. That is a very interesting boss though, that's for sure.
뭘 해야 하는지 잘 알고 공포는 숨길 수 없어.
If only I was smarter. Maybe try to get you up now.
좀 그런데 내가 일으킨 트러블은 나밖에 수습 못해. 가스펠 로큰롤.
Was a nice try.
이미 모두 내 바둑판 위에 있다.
Kinda sadly cannot really spam the rocks. I need my
그저
DP.
수를 두면 된다.
I guess maybe it is more convenient to do this and actually, you know, get a refund. Hey, we did it. Okay, wait, he's not enraged anymore. That is huge. Let's try to
가장
take him
위험한
here.
현장은 어디지? 내가 사수하겠다.
눈 크게 뜨고 있으려는 노력을 해볼게.
Where are you going now? I guess you are trying to flee, or are you going?
출격자 발도 배기. 아니 이거 칼이 아니었지. 못했어.
Okay. Oh, okay. My second. I thought I could have gotten a bit more time. You know. Would have been nice. Enos is like MVP for this one.
당황하지 마라. 내가 있다.
너의 죽음이 비친다.
She got this for a little bit. That's nice. With a little bit, I mean like 3 hits.
진심으로 해야 묘비의 수를 내용은 정했나?
만일을 위해서 한 번 더 묻는데 아름다운 인간 세상이랑 지옥 하이 볼테이지 뭐라하지?
Shouldn't you read? Oh, fuck me. Please turn around.
그림자로부터 간단하다.
판 전체를 봐라. 승패는 한 곳에서 결정나지 않아.
No, not her. Why are you not fucking turning around?
그저 수를 두면 된다.
Oh.
왜 내게 묻지? 생사연 왜 그렇게까지 좋아?
I mean, that was close. Let's try this again then.
낙심하지 마라.
I mean, I get the mechanics at least. Yippee. I really do want to build Groundslayer at some point. Okay, I feel like you will not do anything for us. I mean, somebody like, for instance, Akiko has at least some range. Typhoon has range, baby. I think he's kind of expensive, though, at 24. But
로드
you...
사일랜드의 전투라는 것을 보도록 할까?
I guess in a sense, Shu might be interesting if I plop her actually down. And so let's just wait again. I wonder if I can get away with putting out Silver Ash like directly at the exit and then an Enos afterwards before Silver Ash is dead. Maybe try to be greedy.
뭐안 사라진다면 말이지만.
Like the man has to at least slash a few peeps.
모두
I guess this was kind of to show off that you can divert him.
정토를 더럽힌
This feels kinda close
후회하게
though.
되리라.
Okay, let's do this.
루키는 정했어? 뭘 해야 하는지 잘 알고 있으니까 발밑을 봐봐.
Maybe Murder would also still have gone right.
너무 기다리게 하지 마.
Nope.
말하기 좀 그런데 내가 일으킨 트러블은 나밖에 스승 못. 하이 볼티지.
모든 것을 묻어버리기를 기다리도록 하지.
Okay, I guess dealing damage is not bad for us during this phase 2, right? I assume that keeps going.
결단을 내 놈들은 잘못된 길을
I love everyone that at
의심치도
least survives one hit.
휠체어로는 철거 위에서 드리프트를 못할 거라고? 저격 위치 확보, 제거, 확인.
내 놈들은 잘못된 길을 의심치도 않았구나.
I should have retweeted you. That I don't know why I expected you to survive even one hit. If we could get a decent skill 3 off though, that would be kind of huge damage, right? And then, oh, I'm too slow at video games.
루키는 정했어?
But yeah, just having Silver Ash around is actually
모든 것을 묻어버리기를
huge help and fucking survivability.
실체를 어둠 속에 묻어줄게.
Honestly, should also just Beast the man.
도망칠 곳은 없다.
That's also a huge tech for us.
우연히도 누구 모든 것을 묻어버리기를 기다리도록 하지.
Guess we can do riders. I guess I do also want to get a slashes in though. That should be fine, right?
행동을 제압한다. 그거면 되겠지.
Now you escape.
결단을 내려.
Are you gonna ignore him? Or are you?
기다리도록 하지.
You aren't just gonna ignore him. I mean, have a worst case. I probably should have put you down in a different order.
야, 눈 크게 뜨고 있으려는 노력을 해볼게.
Having you in the back might be very funny if we get an extra off on you.
철거 위에서 드리프트를 못.
얼음과 눈이.
You are kinda meh, but it is what it is. Actually,
알겠다.
retweet you.
출격전 최종.
Why? Maybe we can get second. Oh,
내가 당신의 보고를 듣게 될지 생각해 본 적 있어? 리더 자슈 애플파이.
we dealing actually good damage. That is not something I imagined.
루키는
Yes.
정했어? 너무 기다리게 하지 마. 발밑을
No, my ex would.
당황하지 마라. 내가 있다.
이미 모두 내 바둑판 위에 있다.
니놈한테는 볼 일 없다. 꺼져라.
Maybe we can just nuke down them
바닥에서
basically.
벗어날 순 없다.
지금부터 싸우겠어. 대기.
What if I believe? Guess you are not necessary anymore.
뭘 해야
Oh,
하는지 잘 알고
my lemon. That will stalling, nuking the man down a lot.
모든 악을
내 발톱
But yeah, he should be dead now.
이 검의 힘을 무력화할 계획이다. 부숴야 할 땐 부숴야 하는 것.
That is my revenge. There we go. Easiest video game of all time. Honestly, Ovi. Okay, Ovi, there's no after story. I think I kind of want Taint Metal Quack. You know what? I deserve that Quack. But yeah, this is a good time to stop, probably. Is anybody I know streamer we know? We can wait, Musty. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I will stream more Ark Knight sometime next week. I kinda hopefully... Wait, there's a secret story in this? I thought it would only be the ends of chapters. Okay. But yeah, I want to kinda hopefully finish this chapter sometime next week. That would be neat. Tomorrow... I did this. Wait. Sometimes I feel like Twitch just don't want... Why does the wait not actually... okay, what if I reset this? I will try to wait Musty and then I'll say goodbye. Oh, it does count. That's good. Tomorrow I will stream some Power World with Ark and some friends. And then we will see what we do next week. So yeah, bye bye. Thanks for watching. I think this made it. I hope. What if I go to Musty? Okay, that's so goodbye, my stream.